My name is Harlan Coben, and this is Runaway. Every single person you meet in your life, doesn't matter if they look like they're in the worst spot in the world or the best spot in the world. If you look at everybody in your life and you just think to yourself, everyone has hopes and dreams. Mm-hmm. It's a weird a small thought, but everyone's hopes and dreams. And once you start with that, everybody has a story. I try to figure out their whole life. What are they after? What makes them human? It's actually a good way of walking through life. When you're at the supermarket, you're getting impatient with somebody. If somebody cuts you off in traffic, you don't know what industrial stuff they're going through right there at that moment. Try to always think that that person has hopes and dreams and wonder what they are. And that's the way I sort of try to create each character. You'll be confused as to who the good guy and the villain is.
Yeah.
But I want you to understand both of them. Runaway it's a family story, and it opens up. In fact, the idea came from me. I was sitting on a bench, and I'm watching a sort of a homeless woman playing John Lennon's songs for money. And so my hero is sitting there, and he's looking across, and he's watching this woman, and suddenly he realizes it's his daughter who's been missing for 6 months. And when he approaches her, as the novel opens, everything goes wrong, and we go from there. When Simon is trying to rescue his daughter, every father out there should understand exactly what he's going through. These are universal themes. I mean, he's not a superhero. He's not particularly strong or fast. And I think people relate to that. It's also a nice placid pool. And in a placid pool, even one little pebble dropped in can cause really cool ripples. I want this to feel like your family and how it can come apart so easily.
You've said you don't write murder mysteries, you write about disappearances.
Yeah.
Why?
If somebody's dead, they're dead, right? We're solving a crime, we can get justice for that person, but they're dead. If somebody's missing, there's hope, right? There's hope. You can actually be made whole again. And so hope is the most wonderful thing to write about, because hope can make your heart soar, or it can crush your heart like an eggshell.
Yeah.
If somebody's missing, you could find them. You could be made completely whole and have full redemption. I think that's a compelling thing to write about. All my books in one way or another are about redemption.
Harlan, thank you so much for being here. It's been an absolute delight.
Thank you. Great
Congratulations
to be here.
on everything.
Thanks.
And thank you for watching A Word on Words. I'm JT Ellison. Keep reading.
I know that ending before I start. I knew that last twist on the very last page. So I knew the very beginning and I knew the very end, and then I take the journey. E.L. Doctorow says that writing is like driving at night in the fog with just your headlights on. You can only see a little bit ahead of you, but you can make the whole journey that way.